All right, guys, what's up? We're back here, Six Cent Sports Podcast. We have three banger topics for you guys today. We're getting away from the football, but it's still gonna be a banger regardless. So first up, we're gonna go to Will. He's gonna show us 10 MLB trades that he wants to happen. So I'm about to share my screen because he made a little slideshow for us.
It's tough. It's tough. All right, hold on.
The watch stream button.
You guys see it?
No.
I'm getting there.
Do you guys see it?
Is it up?
I see stream paused.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
It's up.
I will. It's very visually appealing.
Yes, sir. Well, you got to go into present mode. It's
There
got to
you
be in
go.
I am
present
in
mode.
Sorry, I was making sure it was up.
All right. So,
We're good.
trade deadline for the MLB, July 30th. It's about, a month and a half away. A lot of things can change, but these are the trade predictions that I have based on how the MLB is right now. So, first trade, Zach, if you could go to slide 1, is Bo Bichette to the Cleveland Guardians. So, Bo Bichette right now, he's having a down year. He could be very cheap to trade for. The Guardians need offense from their shortstop, Brian Rocchio, currently batting .214 with a horrid .286 slugging. That's just disgusting to look
Sounds
at.
like Jeff McNeil.
That's
Wild.
He's not even
So,
playing anymore.
Shut up, Kyle.
What? Why are you telling me to shut up? He's the one who started
So,
it.
trading for Bo Bichette, obviously it boosts that lineup that's already playoff bound, pretty much guaranteed right now. And Bo Bichette, he could benefit from a change of scenery, plus some new voices in his head, kind of to get back on track to where he was a year or so ago. That was the first trade. The second trade is Mason Miller to the Orioles. Now, there's been recent reports about how Mason Miller is kind of unlikely to be traded now. But if the A's do decide to trade him, then I think the Orioles have the prospects to get him. They have a very deep farm system. And the Orioles bullpen is struggling. Kimbrel blows. And Cano is having Cano is having a down year. And once Batista comes back, Cano into Miller, into Felix Batista, I wrote down that it would feed families. That would be a nightmare, especially as a Yankees fan, to see those three in the back end of the bullpen. So,
All right, so just quick question. Any idea what the trade package looks like for Mason Miller?
I think they would have to include a higher prospect like Heston Kjerstad.
Yeah.
I see in a lot of trade packages. I think at least one, with the way that Mason Miller's playing right now, at least one top 15 prospect in their system, and another top 50, and then maybe even a third in the top 100, something like that.
Yeah.
Will,
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
do you think the Orioles would just give up Jackson Holiday for him?
Hell no.
Bro, no.
What?
No.
What kind of question is that, bro?
Go back to not talking, buddy. That was the dumbest thing ever.
Yo,
He's a
Will,
relief pitcher.
where's the Photoshop of Mason Miller in the Orioles jersey, bud?
You can't do Photoshop. Come on now.
Relief
my fault.
pitchers have the least, some of the least trade value. Why would you give up Jackson Holiday?
Right.
Then the A's would have to give up a little bit more, but
They don't have anything, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
what
don't
else
have
do you
much
want
more.
to give up?
I don't know. I have to look, but I'm sure they have a couple of prospects.
Cap.
Cap.
They
You
would,
good to move
they
on,
would have
Will?
called him up
Yeah,
already,
yeah.
buddy.
We're good to move on. We're good to move on.
Yeah.
All right.
So the third trade I've got is Garrett Crochet going to the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers' offense is rolling right now. So the one thing that can be improved is that starting pitching. They're currently ranked 26th in starting pitching production. So obviously it is a need to improve. Crochet has been a bright spot on a terrible White Sox with a 3.3 ERA, 103 strikeouts with a very impressive .92 WHIP. And Freddie Peralta and Garrett Crochet is a very good 1-2 punch heading into the postseason, especially on a team that is fighting for a division spot. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I would like to add that I think Crochet's ERA and stats like that would get much better because the White Sox aren't a good team. So obviously that goes into like defense and like when you're playing from behind and stuff like that. So I think on a great team like the Brewers, his stats would get so much better.
Agreed.
Completely agree. All right. So the next one I have is
1 second.
Andrew. I can just you can see it on there.
Okay, keep going.
Andrew Kitteridge to the Cubs. In this scenario, the Cubs miss out on Mason Miller, so they fall back on Andrew Kitteridge. This would be if the Cardinals do decide to sell. They are a couple games out of the wild card, so if by July they're completely out of it, Kitteridge would be a good piece to sell. The Cubs are currently ranked 22nd in relief pitching. Matt can tell you how bad they've been.
Yeah, they suck.
And Kitteridge can come in. He's got a 3.5 ERA, and he's in the 100th percentile in chase rate. So he's a guy that can just come in and improve that bullpen. Very much so. So, yeah.
I like that, Will. I like that.
Mm-hmm. I think I have another Cubs trade on here. So, you wait.
All right.
The next one, we're going back to the Orioles.
Come on,
It's
bro.
Jesus Luzardo. The Orioles just lost Tyler Wells and John Means to Tommy John surgery, so that back end of the rotation is very weak right now. Luzardo has settled down since the shaky start. He has allowed 3 runs or less in 4 of his 5 recent starts, including one today against the New York Mets, only allowing 2 runs.
Typical.
And, currently, at the back end of the Orioles rotation, it's Cade Povich, who has a 6 ERA, and Albert Suarez, who has actually pitched pretty well. But Luzardo, he can come in, be the back end, and even come out of the bullpen when it comes to the postseason. So, yeah. Is the big one. Luis Robert Jr. to the Seattle Mariners. The Seattle Mariners are currently ranked 25th in outfield production. Their rotation in the outfield right now, besides Julio Rodriguez, is Luke Raley, Dominic Calzone, and Dylan Moore. So, 3
Zone.
you would Dominic Calzone.
Isn't it Can Zone?
I think it's Calzone. It might be Canzone, but he's so irrelevant we don't even know his name.
Good point,
So
Will.
obviously, we know what Luis Robert can do, or Luis Robert.
Dominic Canzone.
It's Can? Okay.
I don't know where the hell he got Calzone.
Kyle wants a calzone right now.
What are
But
they
he was
giving
talking
up
about
for him,
Kyle's
though?
favorite food.
What'd you say, Jack?
What are they giving up for him?
A decent amount. They could give up
Some calzones.
Calzones. They can give up Henry Ford. Or not Henry,
Henry Ford.
Harry Ford, their catching prospect. And kind of similar to Mason Miller, where it's got to be at least one top 15, maybe another top 50, and then maybe another top 100.
All right.
You can't put Luis in center though if he goes to the Mariners. You
Yeah,
gotta put
that's
him in.
true.
Yeah, but he can probably play the corners.
But
Well,
it's
he can play
different,
center.
bro. Ball
It
coming
is
off the
different.
bat is different.
And is Luis really like a top defender like that in center field in the first place?
Or you can put him
And
at
he's having a
DH.
down year this year. He's not even doing that good.
He was injured.
He was
very
injured the whole
He
year.
is a very injury prone, but he is good when he's on.
Yes.
But Julio Rodriguez is that guy on the Mariners, and he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, obviously we're not moving Julio Rodriguez, but Julio Rodriguez has started off slow. He's picked it up a little bit, but this is just a potential thing. You know what?
But you don't need to put him in the outfield. You can lucky just put him at DH. He'll be just fine.
Right, exactly. Add some pop. All right, we're good. We're good to move on. We've already seen it. Next one is Ryan McMahon to the Cubs. One of the most underrated players in the league, in my personal opinion. He's having another good season, batting .261, has a .777 OPS plus or OPS. And the Cubs, I was looking at their third baseman. Currently, it's like kind of a rotation between Morel, Madrigal, Mastroboni, and Bush.
Yeah.
So
never mind.
trading for like a third baseman to lock in at that position, and then you can also lock in Bush at first base to kind of keep it consistent. Move Morel into the outfield, and just provide another bat. The Cubs are currently ranked 28th in third base production, so that is a big spot that I think they need to improve.
And I like that, Will, because the third base is a hole on the Cubs, I think. And I think he'll be pretty cheap to get to, I'm not going to lie.
Exactly. That is if the Rockies decide to deal him.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Brent Rooker to the Texas Rangers. You know, he had a good season last year. Came out of nowhere. He's having another good season. Batting 270 with 356 on base, 541 slugging. He has 13 home runs, and if you look at his baseball savant page, all red. It's exactly what you want to see. And the Rangers are ranked 26th right now in DH production. They're currently starting Ezekiel Duran in DH. So with a team that's been filled with injuries, once they get everyone back, putting Brent Rooker into that lineup, that can kind of bring them back to being that World Series contender level.
Wait, hold on. Trade in just for a DH though?
I mean,
Like-
yeah, that's what he does.
I know, but like, I don't know.
I don't think he's gonna be cheap. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think
Right,
he's not
exactly.
gonna be like just a cheap guy to go get. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I feel like the Rangers outfield is kind of pretty stacked. They have Carter, they have Langford. I mean, there's
And
nowhere else to
Garcia.
really put, bro.
Right.
it's just, do
Well,
the A's want to give a
But
Brent
all
Rooker? Like,
that
Brent
for a
Rooker's one of their best
DH,
players.
dude. All that for just a guy who's gonna bat 4 times a game.
I mean, he's solid though. He's solid for a DH. You can't sleep
Nelson
on him.
Cruz was traded a bunch as just a DH.
But he's been
You know,
passed
but not
around.
But why would the A's
Pass
trade Brent Rooker in the first place? He's like one of their best players.
Bro, the A's are
Because-
bad, bro.
Right,
Yeah,
they're
so
not content to win.
But if you keep trading away all your good players, you're gonna be bad forever. You gotta
No,
like,
because you get
develop them.
prospects from the trades, Kyle.
Well, sure, you get
Yeah,
prospects from the trades, but why
If
not
you
take
get
someone
two
you already know
prospects
is gonna be
one,
good?
why would you not do that? They're
Right.
not winning anytime soon.
Still, but like Brent Rooker has been like their main guy.
nah, I see where
last few
Kyle's coming
years.
from here. I kind of agree with him. I'm not
Right,
gonna lie.
but if
I
you
get
put
what he's
Brent
saying. I
Rooker,
just don't agree.
if you put Brent Rooker on a lot of other teams, he's not their best player. Like he's not a generational talent. He just happens to be the best player on one of the worst teams ever.
But he's still good.
Right, he's good, but it's like
No one's saying he's
He's
He's not the
generational.
centerpiece of an organization.
Bro,
Right,
I
he's
feel
not
like
gonna-
for the available DHs, he's definitely probably up there. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
All I'm saying is that he's not gonna be as cheap as everyone thinks.
Yeah,
he'll
I
be.
think he's a steep price for just a DH.
Like the A's aren't just gonna let him go for like.
Well, obviously, bro. He's all right, bro. Whatever. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. Next one, I've got Chris Bassett going to the Twins. This is a little strange one, but the Twins currently are in like the middle of the pack of starting pitcher production. Not Ronaldo, Pablo Lopez, Bailey Ober, and Chris Paddock. They've all been pretty disappointing. I know Chris Paddock just went like 6 shutout yesterday, but prior to that, all 3 of them had ERAs over 5. So
Yeah, who's
trading
Chris
for a
Paddock,
guy like
bro? Come on.
Look, bro.
what happened,
Say who's Chris Paddock, bro?
bro?
Come on, who's that?
How you not
Whatever,
know Chris
bro.
Paddock?
Trading for Chris Bassett. Yeah, you got me all messed up now, bro. Trading for Chris Bassett would provide stability to a kind of rocky rotation. He's rocking a 3.80 ERA right now, 70 strikeouts in 73 innings. Guy that can come in and provide some stability. So, yeah. Kyle, I know you're going to like this next one. We have the New York Mets fire sale. Sell the fucking team. That's what's going to happen, okay?
Will
You can move
mascot
on.
for food.
First person I got the Mets trading is Harrison Bader, okay? So Kyle Isbell is currently their starting center fielder. You know, he's a good defense, but like if he was standing in the middle of the ocean, he couldn't hit water. He's terrible at all.
Whoa! He's actually
Oh,
not
come
doing
on.
that bad. this
He's
season.
not
Kyle
talking about
Isbell, not
hater,
the-
moron.
What?
If you
Oh
listen
my-
with your ears, he's not talking about Harrison Bader.
No, my fault.
Oh my gosh.
As I
Wait,
was
wait.
getting to,
Wait,
Harrison Bader.
unrelated. Is he wearing a Jewish star on his belt?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think he is. Yes, I think so.
I'm not gonna
Interesting.
say anything.
Okay,
So
yeah.
we're on
before I
air.
got interrupted by Kyle, Harrison Bader provides similar to or even better defense than Kyle Isbell and more offense. He's having a bounce back year from last year where he was just terrible with the bat. And he's a cheap option that the Royals can go after to improve the lineup and improve the defense in the outfield. Next up, we have the Phillies trade that I talked to Jack about, and it's Luis Severino. We know that they need a back end starter. Tyron Walker has not been great.
No.
Even though did he pitched well against the Mets in London though, right?
Sure did. 6 strong innings.
So you could move Turnbull back to the rotation, but in my opinion, like they already made the decision to move him to the bullpen. I don't think that they would double back on that decision.
He hasn't been good in the bullpen, though.
So trading for a guy like Severino, who's been reliable as the Mets ace pretty much, and he can pitch better with an even better offense behind him. And come playoff time, he can come out the bullpen. He can be a solid 4 or 5 starter that the Phillies need. So, yeah.
Man, we could do a one-on-one. You guys can get Walker back.
Yeah, we don't want that bum. Never again, bro. He's a bum. Actually, I think he was an all-star on the Mets.
Yeah, he
I'm
was
pretty
actually
sure
pretty
he-
good on the Mets.
He was good on the Mets. Or he was decent on the Mets.
And he,
I still hate him though. He went to the Phillies.
Oh, next Mets. Next
Oh,
Mets.
shit, how many Mets you got, bro? Hop up and John.
The
I
entire
got
team.
one more after this, Kyle.
dude, he set a
they're
fire
selling the team.
sale. You not listening?
They're selling the team here, Kyle. Kyle, name me one Mets
You're
prospect.
selling everyone we just got in the offseason, bro.
Name me
It's not
one
like
Mets
we-
prospect. Name me a Mets prospect.
Drew Gilbert, Ryan Clifford, Luis Angelo Acuna.
Okay.
Bro, you only know
Release
Acuna because it's freaking Ronald's brother, bro.
Now think about all the new prospects you can get from this fire sale. Okay, we're selling a team here. We're selling a team. The San Diego Padres. They currently have David Peralta as their DH. You know, sometimes they bring in Manny Machado, but primarily it's David Peralta. And we know what JD Martinez has done in the past. He could provide a lock in that DH spot. Coming back, I think he took a month or so off. He's batting 271, high barrel percentage. Someone to kind of boost that San Diego Padres offense. Next one's the big one, Kyle. You ready for it? Yep, it's Pete Alonso. We're getting the hell
How's he
out of
going
New
to
York.
2 teams?
There's options. There's options. All right. First one is the Houston Astros. This is if the Astros kind of find their way back into contention and they want to buy at the deadline. So we all know Jose Abreu, John Singleton. They both suck ass. They're currently ranked 29th in first base production, and we know what Pete Alonso can do. He hits bombs, and you know it's going to be hard for Mets fans to wrap their head around. But he's a free agent next year. You're going to have to pay him, and you gotta take advantage of the value that he has right now and trade for prospects. And if you think about it, if that Astros team can get back into it, Altuve, Tucker, Yordan, Alonso as the 1 through 4, deadly. 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 Oh, shit, hold on. Now we move on to the Mariners. This is if the Houston Astros, they're done, they're out of the water. Here come the Mariners. Ty France has not been good for the Mariners. He could even be traded back to the Mets in this trade. And so Alonso could come into the Mariners, provide some pop in a lineup that's ranked 25th in slugging. So that was my thought process with this trade. Any
Good.
thoughts, Kyle? Any thoughts?
Sorry.
I just don't think they can trade him. Like, I feel like it's so bad if they trade him. Like you can't. He's literally the franchise. He's
You still got
literally
Lindor.
everything. Well, sure, him and Lindor are like literally the franchise themselves. You know how much
McNeil,
like
Nimmo, that's about it.
McNeil-
You don't have any other good
McNeil-
players.
I'm surprised McNeil's not on your fire list. He's been benched for the past like.
Because nobody
15
wants
games.
him.
But
Nobody
he
wants
played in London.
Yeah, but he's okay. Yeah, but he didn't start in London in one of the games.
Nobody wants.
You know it's
The
bad when
baseball
something's
merchant.
wrong when Jose Iglesias is starting over like Jeff McNeil or something like that, bro. Like that's how bad it is. It's terrible.
That's about he
but-
is.
Dude, but like money, you brought up money. Money's not going to be the problem by paying Alonso. That's the only thing. It's just a matter if he wants to stay or not. That's basically like.
Right, but what happens if he walks?
Well,
Then
then
you get nothing.
yeah,
Then you've
that-
lost your
that's
your
a chance you
franchise
got.
piece, and you've got nothing in return.
Well, sure, but that's a risk. That's why you got to pay him a little bit early. You can't wait that long to give teams a chance. You got to give him a really good deal so he just like takes it like automatically. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm sure he's
Are you willing to like if say you're Steve Cohen right now? Are you willing to make Pete Alonso the highest paid first baseman to stay on the team?
God, I don't know, man.
Dude, you're an idiot.
No.
Why would you pay Big Meat Pete all that money when you could trade him away, get prospects, and use the money you were gonna spend on him to get
What
somebody
prospect-
else.
What prospects do the Astros have, bro? We literally took their best prospect last year. We
Who?
took 2 of their best prospects last year.
Who?
Drew Gilbert was an Astros prospect. We literally took him. He was like their 3rd best prospect for the Verlander trade.
You just said that that was their best prospect,
It
though.
was one of
Did
their
you
best.
not?
I don't know their exact best. I don't know like the best prospect.
Of course you don't.
Look,
Don't watch
But I
MLB.
know Drew Gilbert was number 3, and I think we got someone else as well.
We don't have names, but they have enough to trade for Pete Alonso. I just told you Ty France could be moved back and a prospect for Pete Alonso.
Wait,
They may
so
not
you're saying-
seem like enough, but a young first baseman and another prospect should be valuable and somebody
I
who
don't know.
might
I
not
think you
return.
need to add a little bit. Pete Alonso's big.
you do need to add a little bit for
He's
him. They're not
pretty
trying to give him away. They'd rather let him walk, honestly, if you're not going to give him much.
That's ridiculous. That's
What? That's the dumbest
not
thing.
ridiculous.
Dude, are you an idiot?
If you're only giving up Ty France and one prospect for Pete Alonso, dude, you're
It's
not making that fucking
something.
trade. That's terrible. That's
No,
terrible.
I kind of agree with
That
that.
ain't
I
even
mean, I think the Mariners would have to add to that, but
But yeah, obviously, I don't have like the pieces in front of
It
me
has
to
to-
make like a decent
you
trade.
can't
This is
pay Pete, bro. What?
Why can't we pay Pete? We have all the money in
You
the world.
guys suck. If you're gonna use all the rest of your money on fat boy right in the middle of the screen here, you're just gonna keep
I don't-
sucking. Please
The
blow.
Mets are. I don't know what the Mets are doing right now, man. Last
When you
year
have
they
Sean
said.
Manaea pitching every 5 days, it's a problem.
I don't know what the plan is because they said last year that the plan is 2025 is
Oh
the
my
season.
gosh, here we go. Back to the plan, bro. Plan ain't
Let me
gonna
turn
work.
that over
You're not gonna sign him for another year.
I'm not saying we're going to sign him for another year, but if that's the plan, you're going to re-sign him. That's how it's going to
Yo,
work.
Zach, what are we doing? What are we doing with the mouse?
I don't know, bro. I just don't. I don't think it's smart that the Mets should trade. I don't think the Mets should trade him.
Kyle, do you know who Pete Alonso's agent is?
I don't know his exact name. I know he's a pretty good agent, though. I
It's
heard.
Scott
Boris,
Boras.
boy.
Of course it's
It's
Scott
Scott Boras.
Boras, bro.
It's Scott Boras.
All the big dudes got Scott Boras.
Yes, I know. He's going to get the most money he can.
Yeah, and it's not going to be New York.
Look what he did with Hader and not Hader. Snell and Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Yeah.
And Chapman.
I know.
And Chapman.
It's going to be a bid. Whoever pays him the most is where he's going to go.
No.
That's what it's going to be. It is.
Well, no,
Yes, it will, unless it's the Mets. If the Mets pay him the most, he's not coming back. Come on. He wants to
So you
win.
think-
Everybody
so
wants
you
to
think
win.
So you think the Mets have no chance of bringing him back?
Not no
I'd say
chance.
it's low.
I don't think it wouldn't be beneficial to them because he's been the best player on their team for the past 3 years, and they haven't won a playoff game or a playoff series in his tenure.
Did you guys get
Wow.
reverse swept by the Padres? In a wild card?
You got no hit in the World Series, bud.
Like, That's just no.
Yeah, have fun
that's just
having
what I'm saying.
Adam Ottavino coming in the ninth to blow the save. How many blown saves is he up to?
I don't know, bro.
If he was the best player on your team and you haven't gotten anywhere, I think it's time to refresh
Oh no.
the image and move on.
What?
Oh, bro. Why are we shaking him?
Yeah, why?
Oh my God. I don't know. I just think it's a bad decision. It's just the whole. Everything will be gone if you get rid of him. You gotta lock him up, bro. He should be your first baseman for the next decade. That's what it should be.
Where the hell's
Someone like him.
The
Someone
next
like him.
decade?
Someone like him. You cannot get rid of. That's
Wait,
just-
you want
that's
Pete
just one of those
Alonso to
players.
be your first baseman until 2034?
What the?
For a
Bro,
while? He'd be
what?
our first baseman for a while. How about that?
You have no ball knowledge, bud.
34?
I still got more trades, but I still got more trades to go through.
Oh, sorry. I'll look at this after.
No,
Alright.
we are like 30 minutes into this thing already, man.
We're
Like,
not 30.
24.
Relax. Yeah, relax. Relax.
Will, you
Fine.
or Kyle, you need to
I'm gonna go to bed.
stop
Yo,
Matt's playing Fortnite.
Oh my God.
As soon as this loads, it'll be good.
come out.
Wow.
All right.
Whoa.
So these
Hell's
are
going on here?
some minor trades that I have going. So I got Paul DeJong going to the Dodgers. It's been a
Why?
bounce back season for him. He's been playing decently. He would provide production to a bottom of the order on the Dodgers lineup that has been, if you even want to say, holding back the offense. Like, if there's anything to improve on that team, it's the bottom of that order. And if he can become an everyday shortstop, you can move Mookie back into the outfield. Because right now
Mookie Beck.
Mookie Betts. Right now it's Teoscar who's playing well, and then it's James Outman and Andy Pages who both been, shit in the bed. So just something to think about. Michael Kopech to the Yankees. Everyone needs more bullpen pitching. He could come in and eat up
Holy
some
crap.
innings.
Dude, Paul DeJong
Tyler
has a
O'Neill.
36% strikeout rate.
Wait,
Sorry.
Will, why if they need an outfielder, why don't they just go for the an outfield spot instead of going Paul DeJong to short?
A good idea, Kyle.
Well, that seems like the obvious thing, right? Like, why are you trying to just bounce?
But Mookie hasn't been the greatest shortstop. He's been making plays, but he has a couple of errors. So what I'm saying, if you got a guy who's one of the better defensive outfielders in the league, you move him back into the outfield with the same offensive production he's been doing, and just get a shortstop to fill the role.
Well, sure, but if there's a better outfielder on the table than Paul DeJong at shortstop, you're going to take the
Like
better
Brent Rooker.
outfielder.
No, I'm joking. Here. Okay.
Look,
Paul
sure.
DeJong has a career batting average of 229. Golly. Buddy blows.
I like them on the
What's he doing
Cardinals,
this year?
though.
I liked him on the Cardinals. Okay.
Might
Yeah, you like
even
P.
need
Alonso
him.
on the Mets too.
He's got a 113 OPS plus this year. He's playing well enough. He's playing well enough to be a consideration for an everyday shortstop. I just think they need to get something to move Mookie back into the outfield. That's what I think they need to do.
I don't think they mind him at short though.
But when you
How
can
do you
get
know?
more,
Who
when
told
you
you
can
that?
get more defensive stability at the position while keeping the Mookie Betts production on your team, I think that's what they got to do.
All
All right, moving on. Tyler O'Neill to the Twins. Tyler O'Neill was having a great season. He'll replace Alex Kirilloff, who has been a horrid player, and provide more power in a already pretty good Twins lineup. Propel them to a wild card spot. And then Tanner Scott, he's almost a guarantee to be traded. And I sent him to the Astros. Hopefully provide a spark for a terrible Astros bullpen. And bullpen that was supposed to be really, really good has been absolutely horrific this year.
This boy
So,
loves the Astros.
Last 4 trades are some fun trades, but hella
Wow.
unrealistic. Just some things I threw out there that could happen. Guys who could be traded, but it's
I
probably not
like
gonna happen.
this. I like this.
Yeah, Jack's jumping for joy.
First one is Kyle Tucker to the Phillies. Okay, in order for this to happen, the Astros would need to be completely out of it, and the Phillies would have to give up like a generational offer. I'm talking like either Andrew Painter or Mick Abel, one of those guys, and another prospect, and maybe
Man, give
another
him
one.
to Castellanos too.
All right. Bro, but
Oh my gosh. To get Kyle Tucker?
I wanted to put this in here. Jack, could you imagine a lineup? Trey Turner, Kyle Tucker, Harper, Bohm, and JT.
Golly,
That would feed families.
Where's
That would
Schwarber?
almost be a World Series lock.
Schwarber in there too?
We moved Schwarber out of the leadoff spot, even though he hit 2 home runs today. I don't like him. I
First
like the
pitch of
more
the game.
traditional leadoff player.
Yabo, 444.
That's right. All right, we're moving on to Framber Valdez. Same thing as the Phillies. Astros need to be completely out of it. Astronomical package sent to the Braves, and so yeah, Jazz Chisholm to the Padres would replace
Most
Jackson
overrated player
Merrill.
in the MLB?
That is true, but could you imagine outfield of Jazz and Tatis would sell hella
No,
tickets?
he sucks.
Hella Instagram posts coming from those two. And then Christian Walker to the Cubs. Diamondbacks, again, we need to be completely out of it. He's a free agent after this year. Provide some more pop to the lineup and be a more permanent first baseman.
Jazz blows.
That's what I got. Sorry, that's it.
Will, I have a question.
Yes.
What's the logic behind the Braves trade? Can you just elaborate?
You can never have any more start. You can never have enough starting
Yeah, come on,
pitching.
dude. Their
You know
starting
what I'm
pitch is
saying?
pretty good.
But you can never have enough. I mean, Strider's out for the year, right?
Is Framber
They've
like
got-
is Framber like a free agent after this year?
I'm not entirely sure. I can look it up.
I don't think he is.
Dude, because if he's locked up for another few years, like, I don't
After
know.
2025, so I think they have 1 year of control, and then he's gone.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't really like it for the Braves just because our starting pitching is already very good. Like we have Sale,
All right, and they're gonna have to give
Lopez,
up a bit for him.
and Fried.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, no. After this season, he's a free agent.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So that wouldn't be terrible then. Just get him for this year because the Strider's out.
I guess that makes sense, but still, like,
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it would still be a decent package where we have we have 3 good starters. Charlie Morton is solid, like he'll get you by, and we have so many pitching prospects coming up. AJ Smith-Shawver, Spencer Schwellenbach just made his debut. Hurston Waldrop just made his debut. We have so many good starting pitchers and prospects that I just don't really think it's necessary.
Oh, Kyle, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah. That's fair. It was just a trade that I just threw out there. This is something that, one of those out of the blue trades that could happen.
All right, we go on the
Wasn't
trade.
one of them.
Man, Jazz should be traded to AA, bro. He blows. Sorry.
Wait, Will, unrelated question. Who was the guy from the Red Sox who you were trading? Was it O'Neill?
Yeah, Tyler O'Neill.
Yeah. I actually like Tyler O'Neill. Not to glaze. Sorry. Go ahead. Oh wait, I have another question. Are our cameras going to be visible during the?
Yeah, they're really small though.
What were you doing, bro?
I don't even know. I think I might have zoned out a couple times actually.
Don't worry,
Alright.
Kyle stole the show there at the end.
What the hell?
What is wrong with you, Kyle?
All right,
You good for next
let's
week?
move on. Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Jack, you want to introduce it?
All right. So moving on to a question I saw Jeff Passan talking about. Is Paul Skenes a Game 7 pitcher? In this scenario, we are talking about
Just
the World Series Game 7. Yeah. So, is he a
I
Game
have a
7
question
pitcher?
before we start, so I could even though I'm not gonna say anything, just so I could further understand what are the factors of a Game 7 pitcher? Like, what's the difference between just a regular
Like,
game? And
This is
game
a guy that you want to go out with your season on the line to pitch 6+ quality innings.
Yes, this is
Okay.
your best shot, your best pitcher.
Wait. Okay. So why is Skeens not the best pitcher on the Pirates?
He's a rookie. I
He's a
guess.
Right.
That's,
Yeah, because he also hasn't played that many games, right? Like
yeah,
he
I
wasn't
think he had like his
starting
5th
from the
start
beginning.
today or something, or 6th.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm good. Go ahead.
All
Okay.
right. Jack, you want to start us off? Because I think you're the one who's
Am I the only one who says no?
No, I say no as well.
Let's go, Kyle.
Typical.
Will Matt and Zach say yes?
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. All right. You want me to get it going?
Yeah, get it
Go
going.
for it.
All
Yeah,
right.
get it
All
on.
right. So, let's start off with what I know best here. I'm going to go off of Yohan Rojas last year in 2023. I know he wasn't a pitcher, right? But he was a rookie, right? Brought him in, called him up, whatever. Batted .302 in the regular season, 149 at-bats, 45 hits, 42 strikeouts, a .342 on-base percentage, right? So pretty damn good. And we know he's an excellent defender in center field. Phenomenal, right? Got us the walk-off hit that sent us to the postseason, right? In the postseason, batted .093 in 43 at-bats, had 4 hits, 15 Ks, and a 114 on-base percentage. Stats clearly dropped there. I also said here that he would have needed 13 hits in the postseason to average the .302 average he had in the regular season. He only had 4 hits in the postseason. So, obviously didn't do as well in the postseason as he did in the regular season. Nerves got to him, whatever. I don't know. That's just my first point. He was a rookie last. What?
Did Evan Carter not have a really good postseason last season as a rookie?
Wow.
Wow, you just got served with one question.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know, that's true. He did hit like 6 doubles. Like, yeah, okay. All right. But I got
and
another
I
one.
also just want to add that Johan Rojas also is not like the generational
Yeah,
prospect.
I was about to say he's not a top prospect as far as I remember.
I have a question for Kyle. Why do you have your shirt over your
Okay.
mouth like that? I don't get it.
Okay. On to my next point. A rookie pitching in Game 7, on average, happens once every decade since the 1940s. And the last to do it, I'm going to butcher this. Okay. Was Brandon Pafad. I don't know. On the Diamondbacks against the Phillies in the NLCS last year. Now, he pitched against us in Game 3. Did phenomenal, right? Kyle, what?
What is he doing?
I didn't do anything.
Okay, whatever. Pitched against us in Game 3. He did great. Pitched against us in Game 7. Not too great. 4 innings, 2 earned runs, 7 Ks, which is solid, and 2 walks, right? Only went
Solid
4
outing
innings.
to me.
What?
That's a solid outing to me.
4 innings, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, besides 7 Ks.
7
7 Ks
Ks.
is pretty.
That's fine with me.
It's 2 earned runs
Nothing
in Game 7, though. Ian
it's a 1.
Anderson, 2020 NLCS for the
All
Braves.
Who was it?
Ian Anderson,
Oh, okay. I just didn't hear you say.
2020 NLCS. 3 innings, 2 earned runs, 2 Ks, 2 walks. And before that, in the postseason before that game, he went 15 and 2/3 scoreless innings. And then NLCS Game 7 came around, 2 earned runs in 3 innings. Dustin May, the same game, but for the Dodgers. 1 inning, 1 earned run, 1 K, 2 walks. He was really wild in that first inning, by the way. Then he got yanked. Another example, Walker Buehler, 2018. 4.2 innings, 1 earned run, 7 Ks, no walks. That was a solid outing. But 4.2, it just wasn't long enough, I'd say. And yeah, so that's about it. And I also think, let me say this as well. I don't think Paul Skenes, Paul Skenes, generational talent, right? You could throw him, what am I trying to say here? I mean, he's a generational talent. He's hyped up. I guess he's the Pirates' best pitcher, right? You could throw him in a Game 7, but dude, he's a rookie. Are you really going to go out there and trust a rookie in Game 7 of the World Series, bro? It is nervous as a fan watching a World Series. Phillies in the World Series 2 years ago, man, I was nervous. I wasn't even playing. I'm just sitting on my couch.
Right now, if the Cubs were in a Game 7, I would trust Shota Imanaga with my life going into Game 7.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, well, you kind of have to, bro.
I would trust Luis Heel.
Exactly.
I would trust
There you
Luis
go.
Heel in a Game 7.
Yikes. So,
Obviously, he has full pitch, but if it came up to Luis Heel, I'm trusting Luis Heel to pitch.
But he's a rookie, bro. You can't just expect a rookie to go out there from throwing in the regular season to just hop it into Game 7 of the World Series. People dream about that their entire lives to pitch in that moment, and the nerves got to be insane, bro. Come on. You can't just throw a rookie out there. I don't care who it is. I don't care if he's generational talent or a bum. You can't just throw a rookie into the most stressful situation in baseball.
All right, can I follow that?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
Wait, no, I was about to say something, but I was probably gonna sound dumb. So keep going.
So I'm on opposing sides of the argument as Jack. I think I would start him in a Game 7 because all the pitchers you name, Brandon Fat or whatever the hell his name is, Ian Anderson, Dustin May, you can't really call back to them in college or prior to that experience having to be in a big moment and a clutch situation. Paul Skenes, on the other hand, now he did not pitch in the College World Series final against Florida, which does look a little bad for him. But in those past 2 weeks, he had thrown 350 pitches, so you can't really expect him to come out there and go crazy in those games. But the games that he did pitch in the World Series, Wake Forest elimination game, I believe. He went 8 innings scoreless. Okay? Game before that, Tennessee, 7 2/3 with 2 earned runs allowed. Those are 2 great starts, and that's obviously not as big of a stage as the World Series, but that's still a very big stage for a young kid to be in, pitching in the College World Series and college finals like that. I think that's a very clutch moment. He showed up in those clutch moments.
All right.
Y'all take the clutch factor into. I just think like from a statistical standpoint, there is nothing that Paul Skenes has shown me to the point where I wouldn't want to have him pitch in a game 7. Like this dude came out against the Dodgers and like 3 earned runs as a rookie against a dominant lineup. That's not horrific. He pitched today. He went 7 innings,
Finally,
scoreless. Yeah,
he
well,
hasn't
you
gone
got to
7.
boost him
He
up a
hasn't
little
gone
bit.
7 yet. Besides today.
Well, he's a rookie, and look, I
Exactly.
get he's a rookie, sure, but you got to boost his you got to get him warmed up. You got to get him set to MLB customs. You can't just throw him in and expect him to go 7
Exactly. You
innings
can't just throw
plus
him in there in a
8
game
times.
7, bro.
But when you get him to the MLB level, then you can expect him. If you have Paul Skenes pitch an entire season the way he's playing right now, if he continues this stretch, I have no issue pitching him in a game 7. Dude is
I
averaging
agree. Yeah.
100 miles per hour on his fastball. That's absurd.
Hey, there was a free Cubs game once in a blue moon, and Paul Skenes was pitching, and it was kind of embarrassing on the Cubs' hand. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
Didn't he
that
go
was
like?
his. Wasn't that his debut?
No, it was the second start.
Didn't
But
he go
yeah,
like
they don't have
5
much
hitless?
film on him. They can't. They don't like. I don't know.
It don't
They don't.
matter. He was carving their shit.
All right, hold on. I got.
Oh God.
Let's
Thought
go,
you weren't
Kyle.
talking much,
Come on,
bro.
Kyle.
Stay
Back
with
me up, bro. Don't say some dumb please. Oh, God.
All right, this is personal thing, but I feel like it goes through. I feel like if you asked people around the league, they would say the same thing. I don't think there's anything. Dude, Paul Skenes has all the talent in the world, and sure, he has a talent to be a Game 7 pitcher, right? Sure, why not? But definitely has the talent. But the thing is, when it comes to the playoff, it's all mental game at that point. I'm not gonna lie. It's literally like 80% mental game and 20% like just being good at like the game. You get what I'm saying? You know how many people are so good in the regular season then crumble in the playoffs? You know, it was a good example of that. You got
The
let's go
Mets.
The
like
Mets.
let's go like Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw.
Oh,
If you look up if you look up his playoff stats, they're actually terrible considering how good of a pitcher he was throughout the regular season. If you really think about it, so a lot comes into play. You get what I'm saying? Like it's all mental in the playoffs. It's just a whole different. And I like the point with the college where he went. Obviously, they won, so that was obviously DB. He didn't pitch in the finals, but he did pitch in some big games, sure. But I still don't feel like that comes anywhere to close to like MLB playoffs and all that stuff, and like a Game 7 on the line against professional baseball players. You get what I'm
Well,
saying?
does the mental aspect not apply to like every player? Because
Well, yeah, sure, but that's what I'm saying. But like, he doesn't have any experience. You get what I'm saying? Like in the playoffs yet. Like I'm gonna take someone who's got somewhat around the same talent as him with experience in the playoffs. You get what
Well,
I'm saying?
tell me
Wow.
right now, if you who
Kyle,
on that
start Nate.
Pirates team, who on that Pirates team would you trust in a game 7?
Well, but so are we just saying Paul Skenes a Game 7 on the Pirates, or are we just saying
Well,
like
yeah, that's what
Game
you have
7
to talk
pitcher like
about.
I mean,
anywhere?
he is on the Pirates, Kyle.
You're not going
Yeah,
to talk
what?
about a dream scenario where he's on the best team in the world with 10
um,
other good pitchers.
I
All right,
will
well, there's
say
not.
in Passan's, I think he was on a podcast. He said just like any pitcher. He was taking Paul Skenes over over
He
most
said Paul
guys.
Skenes is like the Game 7 pitcher, like of
He said
anybody
he
in the
was in the
league.
conversation for the Game 7 pitcher. Yes.
Like sure he could easily be the Pirates Game 7 pitcher in my opinion. Like I don't really see like a solidified guy there, but like if you put him in the mix with like people you get to choose to be in a Game 7 with, I don't see him
Right.
close to some guys that you would want him in a Game 7. Like if
I
you're
don't
able to
think he
choose
is.
from anyone in the league to pitch in a Game 7, he's not close.
What do you think he is in that situation? Like top 15, top 10, top what?
I don't know. There's a lot of good pitchers
I'd say
out
he's
there.
outside the top 15.
I would say top 15.
I'd say at least top 15.
Yeah, I would say
He
that's
just
fair.
he doesn't have enough experience yet, I don't think, and it's just he's one of the most talented people in the MLB already as a pitcher.
And to back up Kyle's point about Clayton Kershaw, 3 Cy Youngs, 10 All-Stars, a Gold Glove, but whatever. 5 ERA titles, a Triple Crown, MVP. Sucks in the playoffs. Come on.
I
3
mean,
times
yeah.
Cy Young? Come on.
He just
All right,
blows, bro.
so that's
It-
fair.
He just
It's
blows.
honestly, you
Kyle,
never
don't
know
come-
how someone's gonna be. To be
Don't cut
honest
me off.
with you.
You should have clipped me putting you in the guillotine.
Okay, what?
So to the point about Clayton Kershaw, like yes, there's an outlier. There's somebody who's elite in the regular season. I would call him one of the all-time greats of baseball. Obviously, I don't think that's just like you can't argue that. But there's also the inverse of people who were shit in the regular season and then they turn it up in the playoffs. Just as you could point at Clayton Kershaw and say he was good in the regular season, but ass in the playoffs. I could point at somebody like
Howie Kendrick.
Who?
Howie Kendrick.
Oh yeah,
2019 Nationals. World
no,
Series
I
MVP.
didn't hear what he said. Howie Kendrick, 2019 Nationals. Eddie Rosario, Atlanta Braves, when we went to the World Series. What's he done in the regular season? Let's be honest. As a Braves fan, I'll admit he's been terrible when he was on our team, other than that series. But in that playoffs, at the time, he was one of the best players. So I think just as you could say that somebody is good in the regular season but terrible in the playoffs, the inverse also applies. So I don't really think you can use that to necessarily say that he might be bad in the playoffs just because Clayton Kershaw did.
But I feel like, sure, that is true. But I feel like you can't just say you could trust a pitcher just because off their talent in a Game 7 game. Like that's just. I feel like this is more. I don't know. I don't know what it's like. It's a tough one because you can
Fuck
go
Race
like
Man.
50-50 with it.
And like Clayton Kershaw is like an all-time great. He's not just an Eddie Rosario.
Sure,
Like
anyone
he's
can
not
go
just
on a
like a
streak.
random ass dude. It's
Anyone
Clayton
can go
Kershaw.
on a streak.
Right,
Like Howie
anybody can
Kendrick
get
had the
hot at the right
one
time.
streak. But
Sorry.
Clayton Kershaw was consistently bad in the playoffs. Like he did not get better. Howie Kendrick
But-
had the one run. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
weren't we hanging out last year when he gave up like 11 runs in the
Oh.
first inning?
hey,
All right, that's a good point. I'll give you guys that. That was a
Luke,
good
what were
point.
you saying?
But I think
Oh,
what
never mind.
Zach said about the college pitching, like obviously it's not as big as the World Series, but these are guys fighting for spots in the draft. They're fighting for money. Like he wasn't a guaranteed #1 overall pick. It was him. It was Dylan Cruz.
His
It
teammate.
was Wyatt Langford. Like he was fighting for his name. You know, he wasn't just pitching to get LSU to the next thing. He was pitching for how other people would perceive him. So I think he has done stuff in the past when it comes to that clutch.
But it's the World Series,
Gino.
dude. Come on.
Right.
The World Series.
Let me. I just have a question. Who would you rather have pitch a World Series Game 7? Paul Skenes or Clayton Kershaw?
Ooh.
Right now,
Right now.
it's an easy answer.
right now,
Paul Skenes or Clayton Kershaw?
that's tough. Because on one
No.
side,
That's
Kershaw's
not tough, bro.
notoriously bad in the playoff, but it does have experience at least. And Paul Skenes, you could take the risk on because he's just naturally talented. And he doesn't have much experience. You can take the risk on.
No, come on.
Bro, what are you saying?
Well, Kershaw's not even really that good anymore, is he? Like we're taking now Kershaw, right?
Well, yeah, he's like old as heck.
Yeah, he's not
Where is
like
he?
the greatest thing. Well, let's be real. Like
Where's his age?
I would probably take Paul, honestly,
Where's his
over
age?
Kershaw right now.
But why
36.
why did it take you a while to think about it though? Because of what Clayton Kershaw has done in the past?
Because he's
It's just like,
36 years old.
dude, I feel like experience plays a role a little bit. Like it's not like I'm sure like some people haven't had experience in the playoffs and done good, obviously. But I feel like experience can help be good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes, I'm taking Kershaw. He's been in the league, but he's been in the league since 08, bro. He's been in the league since I was born, basically. Like, come on, bro. This dude's older. This dude's so old.
So you're telling me you
Like
wouldn't
right
take?
now, Kershaw.
You're telling me you're 1-2 pitching on your team. Paul Skenes, Clayton Kershaw. You don't know who to choose. You're picking Clayton Kershaw to pitch that game 7.
I said Skeens. I'll take the risk.
I'm talking to Jack.
Well, it also depends. Like, yes, I'm taking.
You're
Kershaw.
taking no matter what. No
All
matter
right, but
what.
That's
we're
absurd.
You can
comparing Paul Skeens to a
okay.
washed-up
You can
Clayton
have
Kershaw.
Skeens come in relief. It's game 7. There's nothing else after
What?
it.
But why are we comparing washed-up Clayton Kershaw to Paul
Because
Skeens?
you talked about Clayton Kershaw, you brought him up.
Okay, so what? Why I wasn't talking about washed-up Clayton Kershaw. I was just saying he was notoriously bad in the playoffs.
That's true. We
Whatever,
weren't
it
saying that
doesn't
we were
matter.
just putting them in now.
No, I just wanted to see it. I just wanted to.
I feel like experience has to play a little bit of a role in this.
Clayton
Like,
Kershaw's not even washed up. He had a 2.4 ERA last year, and he's injured this year.
well,
Clayton Kershaw's not washed by any means. He's old. He's not washed.
Sure, but he's not like. He's like steady to a decline. Like he's steady right now, and then he's to the decline. You get what I'm saying?
No, whoa,
Is
hold
he
on.
2022, he had a 3.55 ERA. 2023, 2.4 in 10 more innings. Is he on a decline?
Yo, I'm not glad Clayton Kershaw's career postseason stats aren't even that bad. He has a record of 13-13 with a 4.49 ERA. That's not even that
Yeah,
horrible.
you
All
don't
right,
put
no,
two
before a
4
three-time
ERA?
Cy,
Come on.
That's not even that shit, bro.
That's
for
bad.
a
That's not
three-time
even that
Cy
bad.
Young,
For,
you should not be
yes,
having a
for
4
for a
ERA in the
3-time
playoffs.
Cy Young, 10-time All-Star, MVP, Triple Crown, 5-time ERA title,
Bro.
yes, that is bad.
That's not
Yeah,
even that
for
horrible.
playoffs, that's bad.
That's bad.
You can't have
13
that in
and
game
13, he's even. He's even on the
Holy shit,
Dodgers.
that's a lot. That's a lot of playoff appearances.
Yes, and they've won title.
Yeah, they just suck. I'm not gonna lie. That's not his fault.
That's not his fault.
He
But
only
he's a
played one game.
4.4 ERA in the playoffs.
Not good.
Oh shit, Chris beat his ass.
I don't know. That's a tough one, honestly.
You can't say.
I think on the Pirates, Paul Skenes, you put in Game 7 on the
Oh, I
Pirates.
feel like that's no doubt. I feel like that's.
Well,
like,
yeah.
That
Yeah,
should be a
they're
no
kind of
doubt.
forced to,
I
unless
didn't
they're.
know if that's what we were. I didn't know if that's what we were arguing at first, but I think Paul Skenes should be the Game 7 pitcher on the Pirates, without a
I
doubt.
think he's a top 15 game 7 pitcher in the league. I think I would put him in over 15 other guys. Or, no. I wouldn't have 14 guys over him.
I think I would.
I think he's 15.
I would have
Could
to look. I would have to look at some pictures, man.
I
Are
think
you
I would.
looking at
I
only
think I had
solely their
14.
ace?
Hmm?
Are you looking at like solely a team's ace? Or are you looking at like their 1 and their 2? Because if you're looking solely at like their ace, then you're not considering like a Ranger Suarez or a Justin Steele in that conversation.
No, we're just saying
True.
We're just saying pitchers, bro. Come on.
Right. But Zach said like he wouldn't put 14 other people over him, so I was assuming he was just looking at the team's number 1 pitcher.
Yo, I would put Skeens in over Justin Steele. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
one more.
But yeah.
We good to?
What experience does Justin Steele have? Why is Justin Steele in the
Nah, that's what Will
conversation?
said. I don't know.
I just brought up the fact
That's
that Justin
true.
Steele's a good number 2. Well, you can say experience about a lot of players, man.
Well, I know, which is why I said, but you still have to bring it in a little. That's why I said a little bit, not too much, because there are players with experience who are just not great in the playoffs, like Kershaw, for example. He has a ton of experience, but he's just not like notoriously not good in playoffs.
Right, but I think for something that's so drastically different between a player, it's hard to use that as the only argument for him not being a Game 7 pitcher.
All right, hold on. So, Kyle, this is just like a theoretical question. Let's say dream world. Paul Skenes goes to the Mets. Who are you starting game 7? Assuming they're fully healthy, Kodai Senga or Paul Skenes?
Well, neither of them have really like the experience in the league.
We'll
One's
turn this up.
older,
We're at
obviously.
54 minutes.
I mean, wait, sorry, what'd you say?
We're at
Okay.
54 minutes.
Oh, okay. I mean, why wouldn't I start Skenes though for the Mets? Like, what's the argument there though? Because it's not. Who else would I start there? Kodai. I mean, Kodai is. I'm sure he's
Are
older,
you
but he
listening?
doesn't really have like. He has nothing, like no experience to like. I feel like winning success, if you get what I'm saying.
Bro, that's just a Mets problem, bro.
I was just asking a
Sure, but I don't think he
question.
had success in like Japan or anything like that either. Like he didn't like win anything there.
Yeah, he
Did he
wasn't
not win?
successful in Japan. He was
Did
just
he
one
not
of the
win the
best
WBC?
Japan has ever seen.
What?
Did he not win the
Sure.
WBC?
Was he on the team? I don't.
Well, if he's Japanese,
Uh,
I just assume he'd be on the team.
I don't know if he was on the team.
I don't think he
know if he was on
was.
the team. I don't think he was on the team.
I don't think
Did
he
he not
was.
start the game?
But
No.
yeah, I mean,
Hold on.
It was
I
Yamamoto.
would put-
Yamamoto
I would
Yeah,
put
started
yeah,
the
yeah.
game.
Yamamoto started it.
put Skenes. I don't see it. I wouldn't put Sang in.
Here's a question: who would you rather have start Game 7, Yamamoto or Paul Skenes?
Come on. Load.
Paul Skenes.
Key.
Based on what you've seen, based on what you've seen out of the two rookie pitchers, who would you rather have, Yamamoto or Paul Skenes?
Senga.
Not
Look,
gonna lie.
Yeah,
I
no.
have not.
Senga was not on that roster.
I have not really been keeping up with Yamamoto. You're gonna have to fill me in on him.
You're
You're
gonna have
an
to fill
idiot.
me in on him.
I have
Let's
not been
watch
paying attention.
baseball,
I don't
buddy.
know how he's been doing. I don't know how he's been doing.
We're doing a sports podcast.
I'm sure he's picked it up a little bit since the beginning of the
Sports
season.
podcast, and we're only. Sorry.
He's so Yamamoto.
Buddy, you're taking our time away from talking about the NBA Finals. We're at 56 minutes.
All right,
Holy
my fault. Let's go.
All
Can
right,
we
bro.
just
Let's
move
get
on
on with
to the
it.
finals?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been waiting all episode to talk. This is finally my time. Okay, I'll try and be quick. I'll just go game by game. Game 1, Celtics win 107-89. Biggest takeaway, just the Mavericks aren't as deep as the Celtics. Like that's honestly the biggest thing. I know I was gassing the Mavericks last episode, but I was also kind of in a bit of an argument, so I guess I had to glaze a little bit.
Porzingis
Yeah, so
went
I'm just
crazy.
Yeah, I didn't want to address it. Yeah, but no, actually, I do want to address that. When you look at it, it wasn't. I don't want to say it wasn't that good of a game because it was a good game, but it wasn't that
His
necessarily.
first
Like,
quarter was great.
No,
his first quarter was good. I don't
It
think
was
it was
a-
that impressive
Yeah, don't cut
played-
him off, fucking douchebag.
Sorry, Luke. Sorry.
because we were. I remember we were looking at his averages. I remember it was 27 and 2, and then 2 blocks. He had 20 points, 6 rebounds, 0 assists, 3 blocks. Like that's just
in 21 minutes
thing.
though. In 21 minutes.
That's true. He didn't have as many minutes. But
Yeah, he didn't
that's
play
not
like the
too
second or third quarter.
Yeah, whatever. I don't. I'm
And he
still.
hasn't played in like 30 days.
Yeah, but he's out
And he's
again,
going
so it don't
into a
matter.
finals game. And he's
Yeah,
going into a
and he's
finals
hurt
game
anyway.
and he's doing
And
that
then
in 21 minutes.
Yeah, and now
okay,
he's
and
done.
look what he did.
He
last
overdid
game.
it apparently.
Yeah, yeah. Last game, 23 minutes, 12 points.
Here. You know what? I'll pull this up for the podcast. Kristaps
Hey.
Porzingis on the Knicks said, "Kobe says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Today I missed all 100." Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Unbelievable. Anyway, so I just think overall they're not just like outside of Luka and Kyrie, like that team isn't that good. And keep in mind, Kyrie's been playing like
Dude, Jaylen Brown played really good too.
Yeah, he had a good game 1. And actually, he didn't play that bad
He's
game
had
2.
2 good games.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
But here, I'll get to that. Kyrie's stats so far, he averages this series. He's averaged 14, 2.5 rebounds, 4 assists, which isn't all that great. And obviously, I mean, I don't want to defend this type of stat line when you're that type of player, but he is
Who are you flipping off?
Yeah,
You, bud.
Kyle, you're a bitch, bro.
Okay.
Fuck you, pussy.
Oh, here we go.
I don't want to defend this stat line from Kyrie, but like when you're in an arena where every single person there hates you, obviously you're gonna underperform or you overperform. But in this
Dude,
case,
he put Al Horford on skates.
Yeah, I saw that clip was actually crazy. But yeah, I feel like
Bro,
when you're
Al
in
Horford bald as hell, bro.
yeah, when you're in an arena where every single player hates you, obviously that's gonna have an effect. So yeah. Also one more thing. Luka is the only person on the Mavs to make more than 1 3-pointer the entire series.
Yeah,
On that team.
that's crazy.
That's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're shooting game 1 they shot 25% from three, which isn't awful. Well, actually, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
No, that's
And then
terrible.
game two. It's 20. They shot 23.
Yikes.
So yeah. So they
And he's
need
not
to
even
like,
fully healthy. Luca came out in game 2 bandaged up.
He was
Yeah, what's it
questionable
called?
for game 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't. It's just like, and Luca's having like, other than the fact he had 8 turnovers last game, he's gotten triple double both games, and he's taken over 20 shots. But in my opinion, the biggest thing are the free throws. I consider, if I'm being generous, if a team is shooting 80% from the free throw line, that's good. That's good. That's me being generous. The Mavericks has shot in the 60s both games.
Terrible.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's bad.
awful, and it's like not even like high. It's mid 60s, like 66.
80 isn't even really good, to be
80s,
honest.
yeah, that's like generous, like
And
80.
I saw something on Instagram, I think. Somebody said Luca needs to start using his role players more. Do you agree with that?
Can I,
Well,
can
I
I
mean, yeah, go ahead. Zach.
So I actually wrote like a few bullet points about this, but I think that like in the previous series, like the Timberwolves series especially, he was using them well. And like,
Mhm.
what do you really think the Mavs like bread and butter is? It was the pick and roll to the alley oop, and
Mhm.
the Celtics did a very good job of. They would not come off. They would not send help defense in any circumstance really. They would stick their man and they let Luka score because Luka's gonna get his, I'd say 25 every game regardless. You could do whatever. You could double him, you could send help, you couldn't, and he's gonna get 25. But they stuck their man and they made him score the ball. And he took like what, 20 shots? He only had 6 opportunities for an assist, and his team was 1 for 6 on those opportunities. Whereas Luka, he's a triple double guy. He averages 10 assists a game. So they got rid of the role players very well. And along with that, they really did the opposite for Kyrie. Every time Kyrie got the ball, they would crash on him no matter what. And they would make him pass because that's not really his strong suit.
Honestly, I'm looking at the stats. I don't think oh wait, no, I was looking at the wrong game. What's it called? Game one, he didn't use his role players well at all because he had 1 assist. But game two, he had 11.
Mm.
So I think he used them better. And
Well,
also, their bench is awful. Their
in
bench,
Luka's defense, you said it yourself. Like, he's the only guy that made multiple 3-pointers on his team in the whole series.
that is true. I mean, yeah,
Like, if they're gonna get the opportunity and fuck it up, then it's not his fault.
but it's not like they did that game one. Game two, he had 11 assists in game two. So like they were still getting points from his assists. So anyway, what was I saying? Also, another thing I want to add: the Celtics' overall best player is only averaging 17 points. Jason Tatum hasn't had necessarily a great scoring game, and they're still winning.
Oh, true.
So I think once Tatum actually starts to get it together, it's over for them. Because the Celtics, in my opinion, they're playing the worst basketball they've played
Hmm.
all postseason, and they're still beating the Mavericks. So I think the Mavericks get one win at home, but I don't think they have a chance of winning any games in Boston. So final prediction: Celtics in 5. I hate to admit it, but
I
Celtics in
mean, the
5.
way it's going, it might be Celtics in 4, bro. They're getting steamrolled out here.
Yeah, they are, but like I think they'll get
First half
one
of game
at
1,
home.
they were down double. It was
Yeah,
58-29 Celtics in the first half of game
yeah.
1.
I just have a feeling they'll get one at home just because,
Yeah.
but I don't think there's a chance they win a game in Boston.
So I agree with Luke. I don't think they win a game in Boston. I think they take 2 at home though, because I think Luka is like he's the guy that everybody makes him out to be. He is that guy. Like he's fucking awesome, and he's gonna find a way to win a game or two. And along with Kyrie hasn't been playing well. I think that he finds it at some point in the series. Is it too late by that point? Probably, but I think he finds it at least a little bit, and he helps him get 1 or 2. So I have Celtics in 6.
Kyrie hasn't made a 3 all. I was looking at this actually while you guys were talking about the baseball. Kyrie hasn't made a 3 the entire series.
That's
Man,
wild.
He's 0 for 8.
wow. I don't know much about basketball. Celtics in 5.
I want to hear your mouth.
No, don't let him gloat about Chris
If
Thompson.
you don't
Please,
say Mavs
please.
in 7, bro. Don't say some ridiculous stuff.
Oh no! I told you the Celtics are going to win this. They're the better overall team.
Did you
They're
say
just
I think
Did you say the
they're
Timberwolves are
deeper.
winning in the West?
When did I say that?
I think you
Where
just said that.
baseball is still
Episode
going on.
1, the original episode 1.
I don't remember, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Typical.
I think
I might
honestly,
have.
I think we all said.
I don't remember. Probably remember
I
that
think
steak you ate tonight.
I didn't. All right. I didn't
I think
have
did I
it.
like
What did you
miss
have today?
anything?
I honestly wouldn't be surprised. You're fucking
All right, Kyle, say what you're gonna say.
What was your dinner today, O'Neal?
I also have the Celtics in 5 as well.
Please.
I do.
I'm gonna copy everybody else.
Come up with your own take, boy.
Come up with an real simple one,
I mean, dude, I think the Mavs will maybe turn around, maybe 1 or 2 games they'll take, but like they're not just gonna go the whole series getting dominated. They're gonna figure something out. Limit some stuff. They're gonna figure out the shooting, get some more free throws, but I don't know. I just don't think they're gonna do it in time. You know what I'm saying? The Celtics are too good.
I think there's always going to be one guy on the Celtics who has like a monster game. Like last
That's what
week,
I'm saying.
actually, game 1 it was 2 people. It was Brown and the
But
guy.
yeah, apparently there's
the-
5 guys on the Celtics better than Kyrie. So
Yeah, so yeah, well, yeah,
There's
you get away with
many,
it, obviously.
so many good players on the Celtics that any one of them could just drop 30 any night.
Right. That's like even like
That-
they made Drew Holiday at 26. Like
That's what I'm saying, and he's
yo, Kristaps,
Arguably-
30 bomb
I
game
think Drew
3.
the best
Holiday
defender in the
defensively,
series.
offensively, I don't think he's a 26 points guy. Like
He's
that's
arguably the best defender in the series as well, so he's doing it on both sides.
no, he is.
Yo, Kyle.
He's the best. He is the best perimeter defender. Yeah.
Yo, Kyle,
Sorry.
would you do it on both sides?
Okay.
Yeah.
Skip that. Yo, Kyle. Kristaps, 30 bomb game 3. Nope. Never mind, he's hurt. Okay.
Availability is the best
Is
availability.
he for the finals? Like, is he done?
Exactly.
Hopefully,
No, I
but
think
he's
I
not.
think he's just day to day.
Hopefully, it's crazy.
Kyle, bro, show the pod the new haircut, you piece of shit.
Are we done?
Yeah, I
Is
think
that
we're
it?
done.
It'll make up for your fucking obnoxious takes, you little douchebag.
You know
Do
what?
I-
Let's go.
No.
Let's make Jack edit.
No,
Let's
no,
make
no.
Yeah,
Jack-
you fucking fat ass.
Alright,
Yes,
say
yes,
goodbye.
You fucking bitch.
Bitch.
Dumbass bitch.
Loser ass bitch.
Get to those jawline exercises, fat ass.
Okay, thank you
my
for today's episode. Podcast
We
4.
got
Patchy
Constantine
ass
Latinos in the next episode.
Special
be
guest,
two facts.
episode 5.
2 people. Ooh,
My
I'm big as
nephew.
fuck.
Does your shirt say
2 fatties
Dingle?
in the
Wait, Will, does your shirt say Dingle?
It does say Dingle. represent that.
Kyle, bro, your shirt says O'Neal, and it's 2 sizes too small.
Okay, bro, turn your camera on, bitch. Let's see your shirt.
I gotta know my shirt on, bro. You got that tight ass hat on your head. It's
Turn
begging
that
for
camera
air.
on, boy.
Your head is begging for air, bro.
Turn that
Just
camera
let
on, boy.
let everyone know the Smith versus Waddle argument next episode. Just
Yeah.
letting you know it's gonna be a good one.
Kyle,
Let's
it's
go.
cool.
We got Smith versus Waddle. We got award predictions. Or what else do we have? Do we have a third one yet or no?
Dude, we may as well finish the basketball series out.
Yeah.
We may as well. At least we'll get at least one game in.
Kyle
we should
doesn't
kick
have
Kyle's-
one.
That's one.
Kick Kyle's
Kyle,
fat
bro, I
ass
know
in
you
the
heard
pod,
that
bro.
with your big ass ears.
Okay, bro. Let's end it. Somebody take the outro.
Fucking big ass
Gosh,
bitch.
shit, broken.
Stop the recording.
Okay. Will, are you doing the
Jack-
outro?
You got it.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. No, not to say bye, buddy. All right. Podcast 4. You know, we covered Will's like top. I don't know. He had like top 15 takes or whatever on
Something like
trades.
City was a
Kyle, was that you?
Sticking out your gap for the
Who else?
Rizzler.
See,
You're
watching
so
TikTok.
skibby.
Down for you.
He's that
Thank you.
Okay.
better
He
definition.
can't talk, hear us, or use a soundboard.
How bad you smell?
Oh, and now, okay.
Should
Better
be considered.
All right, no, I'm taking control of the outro, bro. We got to finish this.
Please, bro.
We did the trades. We did Paul Skenes. We talked about the finals.
You got
Next
some
episode,
ridiculous.
we got the big Greek fat coming on the episode. Constantine Kokino, special guest. We're locking in right now. We're talking about Jalen Waddle. We're talking about Devonta Smith. We're talking about awards. Come back. See us all +1. We'll see you later.
I was about to have a
The reason Waddle got paid more.
Say
Green
bye.
line, dude.
It's done. It's